And welcome back to the channel. This is Thomas Goes Nostalgic, and on this episode, we're going to be building a diorama for our McDonald's Halloween Chicken McBuddies. Once again, welcome back to the channel. This is Thomas Goes Nostalgic, and for this episode, I have something very special. Halloween's coming up, and I really want to do some Halloween or scary themed dioramas. So I don't really have many Halloween decorations. So I thought this would be a great time to show off what I do usually put out for Halloween, and that's these Halloween Chicken McBuddies from McDonald's. These are from the 90s. I have the whole first complete set and then a few others from a secondary set that was released years later. But really, during Halloween, this is really all I put out into the living room for decor. I found this company called Hard Decor that actually made those throw pillows. Pretty cool. I don't think they make them anymore, but I'm glad I grabbed a few of them. So I had an idea of what kind of diorama I wanted to build. This would be something that I can put out every Halloween since I'm already putting out these Chicken McBuddies. So let's check that out. I found this McDonald's playset called McDonald's Familiar Places Activity Toy. This is from a line of playsets from Playskool. They did a bunch of stores, or it's called Familiar Places because it might have been stores that were popular back in the time. I think McDonald's is probably still popular, but pretty cool. So I found this and I immediately thought, how cool would it be to make a haunted McDonald's for my Halloween McBuddies? All right, folks, here is this playset. It's very dirty, it's very grimy, so this is definitely going to need some kind of wash, but it has all the details I need. I feel like that roof is super iconic to McDonald's with those beams coming down. It has the emblem on the front, nice brickwork already, so I don't have to carve anything. And then it has a pretty cool interior, so let's check that out. If I just turn this around, well, first you can see there's a tray return on one of the sides, and I guess that's a trash box, so we'll have to add some detail to there. And then on the inside, it's the inside of the restaurant, you have behind the counter, and then you have the seating area. You can see that poster of Ronald McDonald. And then this is kind of what the Playskool figures look like, kind of evil back then. But this is a pretty cool interior. I guess that's the kitchen. It has a working cash register, so that's pretty neat. So what I'm going to do first is take this apart and then clean it up, and then we'll start painting. But that's not all. This came with some pretty awesome extras. Let me turn this around. So other than the little person, it comes with some food trays. So that's what that tray returns for. It has some stickers on the front. It has a bunch of outdoor seating. So one with an umbrella. It has a very rusted spring-loaded coil there. And then some other tables, yellow and white. It comes with this play feature that I guess kids used to spin on. So every McDonald's used to have a playground. It comes with a car. So maybe we can take that middle piece out and make it so one of the nuggets can sit in there and go through the drive-thru. Comes with a bunch of these, I guess, decals. I'm going to try to clean them up and see what I can salvage. It does have the McDonald's sign. That thin piece is the McDonald's sign, so that will go up there. And then I almost threw this away, but this is that classic McDonald's tile floor, so I will clean this up. You can see all the water damage on it, and then I will use this on the interior of the dining hall. And then you might have seen it before I pulled it off camera, but this is my favorite piece of the playset. So I'm going to try and repaint this and make it part of the diorama. So normally there would be another plastic piece that comes out and this clips in. So we're gonna have to make a base for it. But this is pretty awesome. I love this set. I'm pretty sure I've seen this growing up, but never actually owned it. So now that we've seen what we're repainting, we're going to get started. So not only are we going to repaint the McDonald's, but I figured I want to make it kind of spooky. So instead of a playground, maybe we'll make some kind of cemetery, and then we'll make a drive-through so that that car can go through. So let's get started.
So one of the first things we're going to do is give this playset a bath, just soaking it in some Dawn and some water. This thing has a lot of grime, a lot of dust buildup, so we'll do that before we get painting. Now I was originally hoping to take this thing apart so I can paint it, but this thing was built to last and will not come apart. So when it comes time to painting the inside, it's going to be very difficult. I'll do my best, but I'm more focused on the outside. I was also able to purchase this base for the sign, which was nice because it wasn't included when I bought this, but someone was selling it individually, so I thought it was a nice piece. So normally I would have gone ahead and sprayed the whole playset with some primer, but I'm just going to go and start painting and see how that goes. It looks like some of the paint is holding up pretty well, so I might not have to prime after all. And when it came time to choosing colors for this playset, I wanted a mixture of different designs from the 80s and 90s, so the red roof, and I'm going to do the red brick that's currently there, like more of a natural brown brick. This is just a mixture of a few pictures I've seen from the past. So right now I'm just focusing on the exterior of the building, painting the sidewalk. I'll go ahead and paint the restroom and those trash cans, but I'm not going to be able to get into the inside of the building like I wanted to, so I'll do my best and try to get as much paint on the inside as possible, but for now, we'll focus on the outside. I'm going to paint all of these beams white. That does look very familiar to some of the McDonald's that I've seen when I was growing up, so we'll go ahead and do that. And after that, we'll focus on some smaller details before trying to paint the inside. So just wanted to get a good look at the McDonald's exterior, all nice and clean, so I'm going to add a few more details to it before I start distressing it and aging it up. So I added some color to the bricks, but this is pretty much what it's going to look like before I dirty it up. I glued some of those stickers back on for the signage. I wanted to make parking spaces, so I put those yellow lines in. I might adjust that later so I have more of a room for like a graveyard. But this is pretty much the exterior. I did work on the interior a little bit. I was able to get some stickers in there and some paint details. It was really hard to get my hands in there because my hands are a little big for the playset, but pretty much what you can see from the outside I made sure was painted. So I did all of the countertops chrome or silver. I stuck all of those stickers on there, painted the register, and that was pretty much what I could get in there. I didn't focus on the roof of the ceiling too much just because you're not going to be able to see that from the front. So everything that needed to be painted was done. Now it's time to make this look nice and dirty. Using a mixture of black acrylic paint and water, I'm really loving how this distressed look came out. I love the black and red on the roof. I love the black dripping down from the McDonald's sign. It's really looking distressed or aged, and this looks like a very abandoned McDonald's. Doesn't look like this has been open for quite some time, so I think I captured that look pretty well. Pretty happy with the way it came out. And the last thing I'm going to do is make the base just looking like the parking lot. I moved the lines where the parking space would be and added some glue for some grass. Now I wanted some grass for a graveyard, and I made some little tombstones. You can't really tell, but they say McRib and McPizza. They didn't come out so well, but at least it got some gravestones on there. And folks, that does it for this haunted McDonald's diorama for my Halloween McBuddies. Now these McBuddies are from the 90s. I believe the first wave was from 1990 and the second group of characters was from 96. But I had so much fun repainting this. I really did want a place for my McBuddies. This way, when I put my Halloween decorations out, I had a little more of a scene or setting for them. So I do love this. It was a simple repaint, and it was just fun to just kind of mess around and mess with different color tones and looking at the history of different McDonald's buildings. That was really fun. So hope you like this one. I definitely had a great time making it. And that does it for this one, folks. If you like this content, hit like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you get notifications of when I post my next episode. Until then, we'll catch you next time.